What's up, guys? So one of the cool things about the fresh start servers is there's so many opportunities to make money in the server. So I'm going to show you this item here, and this is just an example. I mean, these items are actually insanely cheap because no one is using them. So for example, this item actually costs over 10 gold to just craft. And you can see they're up here for 3 gold. No one's buying them either because these are used for upgrading your gliders. And not many people have the gliders that needed the upgrading parts. Very, very small amount has sold. The reason that people do this is because they want to raise up the proficiency. So that item, once again, has very limited usage. It's in the printing vocation. It's right over here. So it costs a total of 500 labor to actually print. When you have a proficiency bonus, it goes down. And you can see it costs a base 10 gold to actually craft. So they are losing a massive amount of money on that. And that means for smart people, you can actually invest in those items. And eventually, the price on that item will go up. As you can see, it's used in pretty much every single glider upgrade in the game. So all these gliders, once people get to a point where they're ready to upgrade gliders and worry about that kind of stuff and min-maxing things, you're going to see these jump way up in value because at the very minimum, they cost 10 gold to craft, plus they cost 500 labor. Glowing Prism is also another item, too, that's not really used right now. It's used for these glider crafts, mainly, and there's just so many on the auction house that I mean, the prices are down to the NPC buyback price. So Glowing Prism down to around 8 silver. It hovers a lot. It changes dramatically. And the buyback price from the NPC is 5 silver. You can take a look at the sales here. There's not much going on. Thousands upon thousands do come into the game. And you can see most of them do sell right around that like 10 to 7 silver range, it looks like, hovering downwards. You can definitely pick up a lot of Glowing Prisms at this time very, very cheaply and invest in the future. Glowing Prism is a very crazy item because if someone needs it, they need like 100 to 500 of them. They need a lot of Glowing Prism. But when you don't need it, you absolutely have no use whatsoever. There's only that 1 or 2 particular uses for Glowing Prism. Another item that is really undervalued in a new server is paper. So it's kind of like a growing trend that all the printing tasks are kind of like money losers. So paper, as you can see here, is 6 silver and 70 copper. This is, you're losing money. Not only are you losing money based on your labor use, but you're just losing money in general. Because paper comes from lumber. So 1 lumber with 3 or 5 labor breaks down into 2 paper, which means paper should be about, you know, give or take a little bit more than half of a lumber. The lumber here is at 14.50, and that's a cheap lumber price. That's, I mean, normally they go up a little bit higher. So that means paper should be at the bare minimum 7.25, but paper, as we can see here, is at 6.70. So every time that someone crafts a paper, they're losing at least 50 copper on every craft. Plus, they're losing all of their labor points that they're using to craft that paper. So it's 3 labor points to craft that paper. The only reason that people do that, plus they're losing another 2 copper right there, the only reason people do this is because they want to raise their proficiency up. And there's a lot easier ways and better ways to do that. You just got to check out my old proficiency videos to learn on how to raise your proficiency levels up more efficiently and faster on those things. Don't waste all this money on these items, guys. If you are in the market to use paper whatsoever, don't craft it yourself. Go and buy it off the auction house. Save yourself a ton of money and also save yourself a ton of labor. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to go grab all of those glider component things because, once again, that's a huge money maker in the future. In the long run, you're going to have a massive value increase here. These guys have to be worth more than 10 gold, although no one in the right mind would actually craft them, especially more on a mature server. People aren't going to be wasting labor like that and just trying to raise proficiencies up. It's not going to happen. In the beginning of the server, this is where you have all this craziness where things just are ultra cheap. So let's go ahead and grab all those guys up right there, since they are an insanely good deal. And we'll make whoever this person is kind of happy, so his things actually are selling. You know, on this one, since, I mean, if I didn't post this video, I probably could actually have just put a bid on this and then won this item, because no one else literally is going to be looking for this crappy item right now. And especially if they are, they're probably not going to want to buy 7 of them at one time. But since I posted this video, you guys all know about this item, so you guys will probably go out there and grab the item, you know, and steal it from me. So I'm just going to pick up all these items. But yeah, there's a lot of other items like that. Keep your eyes out. Use your brain. Think about what items that no one wants right now, and then you can buy those, invest in those guys, and then in the future, those are going to pay off greatly. So that's one of the favorite things about a new server, investing in items that are worthless right now, but are going to have a tremendous amount of value in the future. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.